back in effect on the live stream. I am so excited today to reintroduce someone that I gave a brief introduction to about a week ago, and how we was going to talk economics and just a lot of facets of how economics is involved in our everyday lives. And that individual is none other than Mr. Kevin Smith. As I've said before, very esteemed, very distinguished gentleman to offer, in my opinion. And I think he's going to be a jewel to this particular podcast channel, whatever you want to call what I got going on here. Mr. Smith, would you like to just give your background to our viewers?
Yeah, sure, Corey. I have been in the financial sector or sectors for most of my adult life, beginning at age 22. I've been in the insurance brokerage sector, own an insurance agency, been in the banking sector, retail banking, been in the mortgage banking sector, uh, and real estate and consulting sector, business consulting sector. So I have a wide variety of experiences, both corporately, professionally, and entrepreneurial. I have a bachelor's in business administration, organizational management from an HBCU, and a couple of associate degrees that I'm very proud of because they were the launching pads for me to further my education. And I carry a number of professional licenses. I'm always engaged in economic activity, and that's my stick, if you will. And I continue to be involved, and I will continue to be involved. I always say I'm not going to retire; I'm going to expire. So as long as I'm healthy, I have the mental acuity to be productive and impactful.
Uh-huh.
I will be doing so.
Hey, and I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, what HBCU did you get your degree from?
Edward Waters University, formerly Edward Waters College.
Um, okay, you went out that. What was that university or college again?
Edward Waters University, formerly Edward Waters College.
Edlesworth College,
Edward,
formerly
no,
Edlesworth College.
no, Edward Waters College.
Ed, Edward Warner College. What is
Water,
Bill?
yes, Jacksonville.
I'm sorry, you're a little stuck right now. I guess we're
Okay,
having a little technical difficulty.
yeah.
You said
It
Edward Warner
no Waters.
Waters. Okay, Edward
Yeah,
Waters. What city and state?
Jacksonville, Florida. Formed in
Oh,
1866.
Duval.
Yeah, formed in 1866.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to shout out to our HBCUs. You know,
Mhm.
I'm a proud individual that, where I work at in between. Sometimes I'm near Bethune Cookman University in Daytona Beach. So I'm very excited when I hear about an HBCU or a graduate of an HBCU. One of my favorite HBCUs is FAMU, the Rattlers. You know, very big fan of them. But obviously, my team is the Seminoles. But anyways, I don't want to tailspin too much off of that. I just thought I wanted to give you your props there. Um, and I wanted to also let the viewers at home know this is Coy Talks Life in Politics. So, you normally see me sharing so many political things and, giving my takes on what's going on in the political world right now. But also, this platform is for talking life, and meaning life as in the economics that is going to enhance or decrease your quality of life. So that's why I have Mr. Kevin Smith on, in order to give some enlightenment on things that we could look forward to and look into doing that will help and also better ourselves. So I wanted to start out because I know this individual, obviously, because he's my wife's uncle, so he's my uncle. Uh, he has a particular business model called the M factor. And I wanted him to go in a little bit in depth as what's the M factor.
Well, Coy, the M factor is a concept development mindset and attitude, and it is founded on the principle and philosophy of economics. And these things are this is not a new concept. A lot of people that are persons of my uh, background promote, advocate, etc. But what I've found and what I'm doing is trying to promote specific concepts, not generalities, specific concepts that we can take hold of and launch as a group, a coalescing, groups coalescing to bring these to fruition. So I'll be sharing those concepts as we move forward in terms of my participation on your platform. But to sum it up, I'll share this with you. Let us garner the resources of our community and its institutions, our talents and skills to forge an effort to propel us forward to horizons already gleaned and horizons not yet seen, that we one day will do something worthy to be remembered. So what I'm saying here, Coy, is this. We, we participate or practice individualism to the extent that, some people have a philosophy of self-preservation. And so, but that's a dangerous uh, attitude, mindset, posture, if you will, because it inherently involves at the expense, it takes out an expense on others. I think you need to coalesce and create a cadre of people who are working together to achieve economic success. Uh,
Okay, you said you would like to coalesce and create what? Because you went out there. We're having technical difficulties here and there. It happens on YouTube, but just what did you? I just want to make sure the viewers at home heard what you said. You want to coalesce and create what was that? What was that last part
so
you said?
I want people to come together and coalesce around economics, not not
Okay.
not the individualism. Uh, the example would be, and this has been used before, but we don't take these things literally. We take them figuratively, but we don't take them literally. And literally meaning a fist has a more powerful impact than a hand of individual fingers spread apart. So
Okay.
let's coalesce. Let's coalesce and make
Okay. You're basically saying more. If I had to sum it up, because you are going in and out, so
okay.
just for the viewers at home. So what you're basically saying is, uh, being so individualistic and only thinking about being, having self-preservation in mind is a dangerous mindset when it could be very, very beneficial and it could be, just generational changing. And if we did it, some type of group type of economical empowerment. Is that what you're saying?
Right. So those
In so many
persons,
words?
yes. So those persons who have like interests need to coalesce around those industry sectors and work together and develop their business models as opposed to trying to go it alone. So that's what happens too often. And
Okay.
everybody, and so we're in the same business, we're in the same sector, but we're practicing alone. So we view each other as the competitor, and that's okay in terms of competition, but we need to have more of a coalescing uh, and collaboration that at a higher level than we do now.
Okay. I hear you. I think I got the gist of what you're trying to say there. Next question. When you mentioned the M factor, where is its origin at? Like, where did it come up? Did you come up with it yourself? Did the people that you were brought alongside with is what it passed it down to you? Where is the origin of the M factor?
Okay, the origin of the N factor is it really comes out of there's something called the money supply, the multiplier
Yeah,
effect.
back him up just a little bit, Uncle Kevin,
Yeah,
because we could. Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
That way we can see all of it. Yeah, because
yeah.
it's like right there on your face almost.
Okay, okay. So
It's all right.
the M factor really originally started with the money supply. There's several money supplies. People in finance are familiar with this, uh, and uh, and the multiplier effect. So I started there, and I I expanded my thought process in terms of how this would work and align with group economic prosperity.
Is stuck there, but so basically the origin has always been there, but you took what you knew from the banking system and all of that, and it sounds like you put your own little tweak to it. Is that what I heard
Yes,
that you said, or no?
exactly.
Am I
Yeah,
off?
yeah. I put my own. I've taken the sort of the coalescing of my experiences, the information that I have in terms of uh, the knowledge that I've gained, and I'm creating a concept, a concept that is beyond what the normal thought process is.
Okay. Okay. So I'm glad. So I got that answer on the origin of the M factor. Um, can anyone apply the M factor to their everyday life? As in,
Yeah.
like the average Joe Schmo, so to speak.
Well,
Can anyone, or do they have to be in a certain economical
no, they don't.
position in their life to start to apply it?
No, 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 no. You can be the every average Joe Schmo, but here's what we don't do. We we in our community we coalesce around events, social events for family types of things. The family reunion is a staple in
Okay.
our community. We have
Yep,
numbers,
that's true.
and we have numbers when you extrapolate out beyond your core nucleus of your siblings, and you extrapolate to your first cousins and second cousins, etc., the larger family. We have numbers, but we're not leveraging those numbers economically. We're not leveraging those numbers economically. We should be forming trust, family trust, not only on the nucleus of our families, but on the macro level of our families in terms of the family reunion aggregate family members. From there, that's a platform for concept development, M factor, multiplier impact in terms of economics, and a number of other things that can, you take the first step, and as you begin to walk, the full revelation reveals itself. As you walk
Okay.
as you go down the street and you're riding a bike,
Okay.
you see that street and that terrain one way. If you go down that same street the following day and riding in a car in the passenger street, you see things that you didn't see riding the bike.
Very true.
So we need to place ourselves in the context of other ways of looking at things so that we can see the bigger picture.
Okay. Sounds like it needs to be a group effort, so to speak.
Right, right.
So I guess what I'm getting to is basically when I say can the average Joe Schmo apply it to their everyday life,
Mhm.
they can apply it to their everyday life, but it almost sounds like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but it almost sounds like they need maybe two or three family members or a larger group of family members to kind of have that same
Yeah,
mindset
well,
to implement that.
yeah, I'm saying family members, but here's the thing. Let me give you an example.
I'm listening.
Let's say I'm part of a family, which I am. I'm part of a family, but I can't, for some reason, I'm not able to coalesce my members around uh, the the collective, collaborative, economic concept development. But maybe there's several members of my family. They're willing to go down that road. Okay,
Okay.
and you have a family, and
Right.
you have several members in your family. You follow me? Of
Yes, sir.
of the same mindset. So now, instead of me trying to reach all of the members in my family, I take the group that will go and connect with the group in your family that will go.
Oh, I see.
You follow me?
I see.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then as we move forward and become successful, the ones that did not come will recognize what we've done, see the success, and they will either continue to ignore it or be compelled to be a part of it.
Okay. That brings me to my next question because we are this conversation, guys, is going to be continued. I mean, this is interesting. There's nuances to it. There's intricate details and different facets to this in fact that I think a lot of individuals will be more intrigued to find out about. But that what you just said leads me into my next question, as in, possibly some people in this family, possibly some people in your other family, you guys come together or not, and other people may not, initially be sold, but then they see how successful it is and then they come aboard. My next question is it more difficult, or excuse me, how has the M factor benefited you in your life?
Okay. Well, I can't say that it has in terms of the collective collaboration and coalescing. That's why
Okay.
I'm becoming I'm an advocate of it because I know that the tenets of that idea have great value.
Mm,
And the only thing that is missing is a willingness of a collective cadre of people.
okay. So how it can benefit, but you can't necessarily speak to the actual in practice yet because you
Yes,
haven't had
right,
enough individuals to be able to give an honest assessment and say, okay, this is, what it is. But based upon the way, if it goes the way it's supposed to be outlined, it's going to go really well. But as in your actual lived experience, is what you're saying.
exactly, exactly.
Okay, that's fair
Mhm.
enough. No, that's fair
Now,
enough. That's fair enough. And given your background,
what I have experienced in my life, living experience, business experience, is the missed opportunities of such a thing. You follow me? So
Yes, sir.
that's one of the things that bothers that uh, sort of uh, gets under my skin, if you will, a lot when I
Hmm.
see missed opportunities. And uh, it's going to take a collective effort to bring some of these things to fruition and scale at a level that we have not yet scaled. Now, I have a lot of ideas that I will share over the course of my participation on your platform in terms of
Hmm.
interviews, etc. And the revelation and of what I'm speaking of will reveal itself clearly.
Okay. Well, we definitely going to have you back on, and I still have one more question for you, because guys, this is going to be a very interesting conversation, and I think a lot more people are going to try to possibly implement it in their families and see how it takes off for them. But my last question is it more difficult physically with this M5 factor? Excuse me, M5. With this M factor, is it more difficult physically? And when I mean physically, I mean monetarily, or is it more difficult mentally, as in psychologically?
Mental and psychologically. We're bound by our minds. The physical, uh, uh, monetary, the apparatus part is not an issue. There, everything already exists to effectively make this a reality. It's only the mindset, the, the apathy that is keeping it from showing itself in the physical.
Okay. Sounds pretty simple enough. Basically, and from a famous quote on the movie Life, it exists in your mind, Goldmouth. It exists in your mind. Basically, that what you think that you can't do, it just existing in your mind that's keeping you back from getting to your true potential. And also on a family scale,
Well,
on a family scale.
when you talk about, put your part of your platform is about life and family and politics, and so
Mhm.
the threat of politics exists in families, unfortunately, and does not play out well. You know,
Mhm.
and so we segment politics, but there's politics in families, and and a lot of it is detrimental, not positive. It's not moving families forward, that sort of thing. So we need to develop skills, attitudes, mindsets that make these things work for the greater good and not simply the individual.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. And there's discouragements all over. In my chat, I'm seeing just nothing but hateful comments in my chat just to try to discouragement. But that won't detour me. That won't detour Mr. Smith from coming on and sharing his knowledge and bettering
Well,
people's mindsets towards.
I'm sort of curious about what's being said in regard to the chats. Maybe I can respond.
Oh,
Maybe I can respond
yeah,
to
oh,
some of it.
terrible, just hateful, nasty things. Chad Hannah says, I love BBC. Luke says, you two make a cute couple. Poop Lord says, just looking at you, I know you stink. Nat Mara Depslayer says, is it a sin to go to the bathroom, but not to pee or poo?
Wow, where's that coming from? I can't respond to any of that. Uh,
I
yeah, I can't.
That's what I'm saying. It just lets you know.
Yeah.
It lets you know how hateful. It
Well,
lets you know how hateful those individuals
well,
are. The way I look at that,
you see, that's
huh?
exactly the types of mindsets that that exist that keep things from
Progressing.
progressing. Okay, I mean,
Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't respond to any of that. I thought maybe they had something substantive to say in response to what I'm saying, that maybe there's some clarity that's needed,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing, or I can respond to uh, their take on it. And
Mm-hmm.
but what you've given me thus far, what you've given me thus far, uh,
Make sure, is there
it,
anything
but
else?
but they did show the uh, the mindset and apathy and just the basic unwillingness to to think and grow in a positive way.
Mhm.
What
I had two more. Hold on. And I had two more comments also, just to let you know
sure.
how hateful the comments are. Mean Master says lemonade five pickles, and then Militant Roots says pickle five lemonades. I don't know
I
what is that saying. I'm assuming it has something to do with some sexual innuendo. I mean, I'm not sure with that type of lingo, but that's what I'm dealing with. I'm growing a little bit more. I'm nearly at 100 subscribers. I've had two shorts that both surprisingly went over 10,000 views. So I'm growing, and a lot of people don't. I guess they've seen some things that I've shared politically that they don't like. So now they see my live stream and they want to make just nasty comments. But I'm still gonna be back on, going live with you, going live with other individuals. So it's not gonna deter me. But I just thought I'd share those. Just no substance. Just discussing, just meant to I guess provoke anger, whatever. I mean, I won't lose a sleep. I won't lose a minute of sleep tonight on my birthday tonight. I won't lose a minute of sleep. But I
good for
wanted
you.
to go ahead. What did
Hey,
you just
good for
say?
you. Good for you. Because that doesn't that those comments don't warrant any loss of sleep.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Um, and then I got Mr. Chris Jake says Trump 2928. I, we weren't talking about political things today. We were talking about economics. This is Coy Talks Life and Politics, but some people get caught up on the politics always. So as soon as they see my face, they think of politics. So it's their time to try to, I guess, do what they do in my comments. But it is what it is. I wanted to thank you, Uncle Kevin, for coming on today onto the platform and briefly going over the M factor, um, and also the different things that I think are um, included, or it mix up the M factor and how it will work. There's a lot more for you to get to, a lot more details I feel like for you to get to, and I'm obviously going to give you that opportunity to continue this conversation. Hopefully, I can get you back on next week, next weekend, and we can have another powwow concerning this M factor, because this economic talk that you're talking about directly affects our lives, and it can really change our lives truly for the better. And that way, we won't be so dependent upon politics on such a large scale, because some people, they do depend on politics uh, bigger than what we think.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
we
if they could have the economical knowledge of knowing certain ways to go about maybe creating it within their families, I think that it will free them up from a lot of the negativity. You know what I mean? Because I'm still going to discuss politics. That's my passion. You know what I mean? It's been my passion since 1996, since
yeah,
I was 9 years old. So, but I'm intrigued with this economic part of what you got going on, because it directly, like I said, it directly ties in to the life part of my channel, the Coy Talks Life and Politics. So I
yeah.
appreciate you for coming on. Go ahead. You want
Well,
to say
thank
something?
well, thank you, Corey. And I'm equally excited about uh, one guest that I know that you'll be having in the near future, and in terms of the pure essence or the essence, the pure politics in general that this gentleman can speak to. So, again, thank you for uh, having me on again, and I look forward to future discussions with you and your audience.
Oh yes, and I will have on the individual you're talking about. I know everybody's wondering who's he, who's he, who's he. You guys are going to be very excited to hear what this guy has said. This guy has knowledge over 40, 50 years about politics, about things that have happened throughout history. I think he's going to really give a little bit more, even more credibility to this channel when it comes to the politics side of Coy Talks Life and Politics. And maybe me and him will have full agreement. Maybe we won't. But it's beautiful because we're in two different generations. I'm a millennial. You guys, I believe, are boomers. So I think that's just great dialogue between two different generations that grew up completely different, from the economical side as well as the political side. So, hey, look, I look forward to having you back on there, Uncle Kevin. Like I said, we look to have Mr. Kevin Smith back on Saturday at 7:30. We'll check his schedule to see if that is convenient for him. But we're gonna try to get this to where we have a consistent time slot, a consistent time period where you guys know where to find what's going on with Court Talks Life and Politics on a live stream level, because you guys see me sharing the shorts, sharing the long form videos, but I also do live as I'm doing right now with Mr. Kevin Smith, and look to do a lot more here in the future. So thank you guys again. We had up to about 29 people at one time watching. Hey, that's a lot for me. I'm just starting out, and I appreciate you again. You have a great night, and you stay safe there, Uncle Kevin.
Okay, thank you. Bye now.
All right, bye now.